President Myers has officially been inaugurated. Get an inside look at the celebration of K-State's 14th president.
Also find out how social media both benefits and challenges the men and women of our military.
And the Dean of Engineering has sent a controversial email regarding fees increase. All coming up next on Channel 8 News.
Umbrella, sunglasses, or both. Stay tuned to find out what you'll need this weekend.
This is KKSU-LD, covering Manhattan, Riley County, and the Flint Hills, broadcasting in high definition from Kansas State University. You're watching Channel 8 News.
Welcome to Channel 8 News. I'm Alex Jurgens.
And I am Erica Young. K-State's 14th president was inaugurated last Friday. President Myers reached the rank of 4-star general in the U.S. Air Force after graduating from K-State in 1965. Now he is back to preside over the alma mater. K-State Channel 8's reporter Jacob Velasquez attended the ceremony last Friday to see what people were hoping President Myers will bring to the position and to K-State.
Formally confer on General Myers the title of President of Kansas State University. Congratulations, President Myers.
Everybody from Governor Brownback to Willie the Wildcat was in attendance last Friday to welcome K-State's 14th president, Richard Myers.
We have much to be proud of, but we also have much to do as we move K-State forward together, and that's all of us.
After the conclusion of the ceremony, which was held in McCain Auditorium, guests were invited out to the Anderson Lawn for light refreshments and more.
This line behind me stretches clear across Vatier Street on campus. It's full of people waiting for their chance to grab a snack and have a chat with the newly inaugurated President Myers.
The former chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff is bringing over 40 years of experience and education with him to the position that many believe make him uniquely qualified to lead such a large institution.
I just really think of leadership capacity and then the ability really to call anybody in the world and get him to return his call. So I think K-State can really build then, like the NBAF facility that's going to come online. This is a global facility. Well, they're going to be hosting global conferences then and also building that. I think he's going to have a capacity that we haven't had in recent years to build the university.
Whether it's because of his history of leadership or just because he's the second alum to hold the position, there's plenty of reasons to be excited about what comes next for President Myers and K-State. In Manhattan, Jacob Valdez, Channel 8 News.
President Myers was originally named as an interim president of K-State in April 2016. At the time, he had no plans to make the position permanent and waited until the last day to turn in his application for university president.
How much do you enjoy K-State's Collegiate Readership Program? Now, if you aren't familiar with this program, it provided free copies of USA Today, the New York Times, Kansas City Star, Topeka Capital Journal, and the Manhattan Mercury to students on campus. This week, the Student Government Association voted to discontinue the service from K-State after this semester. The program was funded by student fees and had the intent to only be used by students. Some of the reasons behind this decision were a rise in the newspaper's subscription costs, malfunctioning hardware, and newspaper moving to digital platforms. K-State's student body president spoke on moving forward from the program.
We are looking at alternatives for the collegiate readership program, such as online subscriptions where K-State would purchase a certain number of online passes per day, which would allow students to utilize those. And I think that is a really good solution because it's a little more sustainable solution in terms of saving paper.
Cats for Inclusion is an organization on campus. It's seeking the leadership's capacity necessary to dissemble forms of institutional racism and oppression. Channel 8 reporter Tyler Waymather has more.
Partnership between the Black Student Union and a leadership course at K-State. They shared a common interest in finding ways to combat racial inequality and prejudice both on campus and in the community through anti-racist and anti-oppression analysis and action. The primary means by which they seek to do this is raising awareness, advocating, and maintain channels of accountability. Cats for Inclusion pledge is to intentionally create a more inclusive environment of the Kansas State University campus by supporting the development of the leadership capacities necessary to dismantle forms of institutional racism and oppression. They engage students in deep reflection and conversation, seeking to let their responses and ideas guide them to action and dismantle institutionalized forms of racism and oppression. Cats for Inclusion, a group founded at Kansas State University during the fall of 2015, seeks to advance anti-racism and anti-oppression through education, civic action, and accountability.
I think Cats for Inclusion has affected me in a way that's helped me personally grow, but also become more aware of social issues on campus that I may not otherwise have known about.
Well, number one, I think Cats for Inclusion serves as a symbol that there are a lot of allies across campus who are really excited about creating change, having difficult conversations around issues of race.
Cats for Inclusion encourages students to attend their forums with an open mind to hear from different students on campus. In Manhattan, I'm Tyler Waymeyer with Channel 8 News.
For more information about the Cats for Inclusion and to find information about the future events, you can visit the website below.
The School of Engineering at K-State is dealing with some controversy over an email that was sent out by the Dean of Engineering, Darren Dawson. The email was sent by Dean Dawson to almost 300 advisory council members and engineering faculty asking President Myers to ignore the students who voted to not recommend a fee increase for the School of Engineering. Dean Dawson's goal from his email is to persuade President Myers to purposely ignore the Student Tuition and Fee Committee and take the fee increase proposal straight to the Kansas Board of Regents for approval.
I think that our university needs to make sure that we are staying accessible and affordable to students from across the board because that is our mission as a land-grant university. And so when it comes to increasing fees or increasing tuition, we need to make sure that we're being extremely diligent about making sure that those fee increases are necessary.
We use them every day, yet oftentimes we underappreciate and abuse them. I'm talking, of course, about our bodies. We've had reporter Matt Lucas take a glimpse this week at what life is like for students who utilize disability services here at K-State's campus.
4,000 students and faculty at Kansas State University. Daily tasks such as travel to and from class, through doors, upstairs and even into bathrooms never receive a moment's thought. But for around 40 permanently and temporarily disabled students each semester, there are some little known services that make the world of difference.
Student Access Center is the disability office on campus.
This part here, I gotta
banter a little. We assist students that have visual disabilities and ones that are invisible. So our golf cart that we use is for both of those types of disabilities. But we do also have accommodations. We have advisors that go over the process with the student to let them know what accommodations that we could offer them. We see the students very relieved when we're pulling up or when they're getting on and off the ATA bus due to their injury or disability.
Just how important are these services? Well, I can tell you firsthand that navigating a campus that's over 640 acres can be ankle-breaking stuff.
I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at birth. It's a very mild form of CP. As far as the campus facilities go, I've noticed that they're really good. The ATA bus is a great system. However, I do think that there are certain flaws with it that need to be fixed, such as timing issues. But for a long time, I've been advocating for a campus bus system. But as far as the Student Access Center goes, which I am registered with, I got to put over Wanda Cockrell. She's a great lady, and anybody that's dealing with any kind of injury or any kind of need to find better accessibility around campus, I highly suggest you get with Wanda. She'll get you all fixed up.
And if my experiences have showed me anything during my travels across campus, there's no closed doors for anyone disadvantaged. Matt Lucas, Channel 8 News.
I don't know about you, Alex, but that is definitely giving me a peace of mind knowing that our community campus is diverse.
Very, very much so, Erica. Now, if you or someone you know would like to get in touch with Student Access Services, we've got their number just below. Coming up next, a group of K-State students are taking rocketry to new heights.
And stay tuned to find out how Manhattan is taking steps to become a bike-friendly community.
I know a spot that I love full well. 'Tis not in forest, nor yet in dell. Ever it holds me with magic spell.
I think of thee, alma mater.
We'll carry thy banner high. Long, long, may thy colors fly.
Loyal to thee, thy children will swell the cry. Hail, 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 alma mater.
Our impact on the economy is more than just a number. Creating jobs, keeping businesses bustling, and partnering with industry to find solutions. Whether we're inspiring unity through big wins, educating tomorrow's game changers, or developing research that saves lives, our economic impact is just that, impactful. Where does Kansas State University leave a positive imprint? Locally, globally, you.
K-State's new edition of the Royal Purple Yearbook has arrived. The 2017 edition of the Royal Purple is being distributed outside the Union this week to students who purchased a copy. Channel 8 reporter Tucker Love is live at the Union with more on the yearbook distribution event. Tucker?
Thank you, guys. I'm here in Bosco Plaza this morning with Kaylee Purdy from the Royal Purple Yearbook staff here for distribution. Kaylee, can you tell us a little bit about what's going on for distribution today?
Sure. So we're out here on Bosco Plaza, and we're handing out yearbooks to students who have pre-reserved their yearbooks. You can also purchase a yearbook if you haven't already done so. We're going to have Bosco go out here signing some yearbooks and Willie the Wildcat and some different fun treats for people while they get their yearbooks.
Great. That sounds awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about the process of creating the yearbook this year?
Sure. So we start a year in advance.
Thank you, Tucker. Social media's growing popularity has a large impact on the way we communicate. These changes have caused military personnel to analyze some of its benefits and challenges. Channel 8's reporter Isabel Lobby takes a closer look.
That urge you feel to check your phone when it buzzes and stay connected through social media is not only felt by the general public, but also military personnel as well. The growing importance of social media has offered both benefits and challenges to men and women in service. Retired Staff Sergeant Tammy Holmberg was deployed in 2000 and was in service when Facebook first emerged in 2004. Holmberg said the increased speed and consistency of communication was a benefit, but also acknowledged that challenges came along with it.
I think it's a great thing in order to keep in contact with your family members, to have that sense of closeness when you're gone. But at the same time, it comes with its own challenges, right? Like in that aspect, you get used to that daily communication, and when it stops, you worry more.
Lisa Silvestri researched some of the impacts of emerging social media that Holmberg felt in her book, Friended at the Front, Social Media in an American War Zone. Silvestri found that service men and women also feel pressure to stay engaged and connected through social media.
Imagine dealing with that in a theater of war, that same kind of pressure to be engaged in this digital life world when you are in a situation that could be imminently dangerous.
Silvestri and Holmberg agree that social media will continue to have ranging impacts on military personnel and their friends and families. In Manhattan, I'm Isabel Lobby for Channel 8 News.
If you want to purchase a copy of Silvestri's book, it's available on Amazon for just $22.
Many people can recall a time in their childhood when they built a small model rocket and were delighted when it soared hundreds of feet into the air. Well, a group of K-State students has taken the model rocket and put it on steroids. The Rocketry Club at K-State is currently building a rocket for competition that will reach heights of up to 10,000 feet. Yesterday, they conducted some tests on small versions of their rocket engine. Now, while it is rocket science, it is also hard work. Much of their time is spent prepping the test site. But according to Rocketry Club President Zach Darpinian, it's all for the students.
We are a competition team, but I don't want to get so carried away by the fact that we have a summer competition to let that detract from the experience of our members. And actually, I would like to have this be a place of research and learning a lot more than I'd like to win a trophy.
This May, the city of Manhattan is celebrating National Bike Month with over a dozen events planned for presidents and their family. Manhattan officials has committed to making the community more bike-friendly, so reporter Alex jumped on a bike to experience cycling for itself.
For an amateur cyclist, Manhattan's streets, paths, and bike lanes are difficult to maneuver. It's impossible to know without experience where the safest places to bike are. However, many local cyclists like Dr. Anne Longmuir prefer cycling to other forms of transportation.
So I've been cycling since I was 4 years old, and something that I've done regularly as a commuter in Manhattan ever since I arrived here in 2005. It's something I kind of really value. It's a great way of getting exercise. It's also the fastest way of getting around town. I discovered that I can actually cycle to campus faster than it takes me to walk from the parking lot, so that's a great advantage. It's a great way just to kind of see what's happening in the town as well. You're travelling a little bit more slowly, right, than you do in a car, so you can kind of take in the sights a bit more. It's something that I find kind of, adds kind of stress relief to your day, and as well as being more environmentally friendly.
National Bike Month is intended to bring attention to cycling as a transportation alternative. Cities like Manhattan are making efforts to improve the cycling experience in the hopes that more people will give it a try.
A bike-friendly community is already happening here at Kansas State University. Mid-Campus Drive, which used to be a driveway throughout the rest of the campus, is now a bike and walk-only pathway, making it easier to commute to and from campus.
So far, residents seem to appreciate the changes. Dr. Longmuir noted that cycling has become significantly safer in the past few years.
I think the fact that they've introduced more kind of bike lanes recently, that's been really helpful. So you do feel that there are streets now where it's safer to cycle down them, partly because they have the road markings, partly because there's more cyclists cycling down them as well. Everything we sort of know about bike safety says that you have to reach a kind of a critical mass in terms of the number of the bikes in the street, and that's when cycling becomes safer. So I think having more people cycling is a really kind of positive thing.
Dr. Longmuir has also personally invested in cycling more safely by purchasing a type of cargo bicycle called a Taga, which has been customized to transport children. Just last weekend, she took her 2 kids on an 8-mile trail ride in the Taga. Reporting from Manhattan, Kansas, I'm Andres Rivas, Channel 8 News.
My apologies, that was Andres Rivas. For a full list of Manhattan's National Bike Month events and more information about the bike safety, visit mhk.com/1532/bike month. Stay tuned for a one-on-one interview with WNBA player Brianna Lewis.
And after the break, we have your weekend weather, all coming up on Channel 8 News.
Outreach is more than a goal. It's our land-grant mission. We feed and sustain an expanding population and cultivate strong, stable families, growing responsibility and leadership in our youth through a far-reaching network of research, resources, and educators. Whether you're in Kansas or across the globe, every life is worthy of an extended hand. What makes K-State Research and Extension so powerful? Purpose, outreach, you. We may take different paths, but we all move forward, preparing for our future in the same historic library. We meet friends in the bustling student union and experience the exciting atmosphere of campus events. We appreciate individual interests and shared passions. Many different paths, one distinct destination. How does campus life become life experience? Connections, involvement, you. The K-State fabric is woven with a commitment to service, a common thread of experience and expertise, research that makes ambition a reality, student opportunities that foster empowered leaders, an environment that embraces creative collaboration. We look for moments to define ourselves as trailblazers and as advocates for advancement. Why does K-State believe it can achieve a stronger tomorrow? Promise, possibility, you.
You know, Erica, I hope I'm able to get outside this weekend after all this rain we've had.
Me too, Alex. Hopefully the weather cooperates. We go to Ty Waymeyer for a look at the weather.
Thanks, Alex and Erica. Now, before we take a look at our national weather, we're going to look at our weather camera outside. If you'll see, this video is from yesterday around 9 a.m. It's pretty cloudy out compared to what it looks like today. We had rain yesterday and lots of dewy weather. But today, at 9 o'clock, it was nice, bright, sunny, and feels great outside. Now, if we look at our national temperatures, you'll see in Chicago it is raining a little bit, not like Atlanta where we're getting thunderstorms in 64. Up in New York, it's a little colder than usual. Still sunny though, 58. Then we look over at Seattle. We have sunny skies, 61 degrees, not too bad. But then I wish I was in California right now where it's nice and 74 degrees. Moving on to our Kansas map, you'll see out west it's 56, 55 towards the south. All throughout Kansas is basically in mid-50s area. Manhattan 56, Sedgwick 56, Kansas City area is 57 degrees. Pretty calm throughout Kansas. Then we look at our 5-day forecast. Going off for this weekend, it's going to be great time to get outside. It's going to be nice and cool, or warm. Good time to get the kids outside if they've been stuck inside all weekend. So you have 80 degrees on Saturday with only 6 miles an hour wind. That's all we have for our 5-day forecast. We'll send it back to Erica and Alex.
Thanks, Tyler. Find out where former K-State football players are headed to in the NFL. And K-State men's rugby is making university history. Find out how after the break.
And he'll drive one to right center field, towards the wall, and it's gone! Off of Floyd, right to Crandall. His first chance and a throw to first in time. What a coach, what a program.
Oh, they give him the dunk. He gets number 200.
Now he's going to throw far side. Jordy's got it against to lead 40.
Here comes Lockett. Look out. He can move.
He was drilled by Reggie Walker.
On the field, perfect throw. Bengal down the sideline. Touchdown.
We are groundbreaking educators, laser-focused on inspiring students and sparking solutions. We are dedicated professionals, keeping campus safe, accessible, and inviting. We have big responsibilities, entrusted with serving our community and world. We are Kansas State University faculty and staff, and we have many titles, but one vision: always put family first. What turns profession into passion? Selflessness, integrity, you.
Welcome back to Channel 8 News. Sports reporter Alexis Lacey has your end-of-the-year sports updates. Alexis?
Thanks, Alex. Not a lot is going on with sports this week, but that doesn't mean we don't have you covered. Several K-State Wildcats were drafted into the NFL. Jordan Willis was selected in the 3rd round by the Cincinnati Bengals, and Elijah Lee was selected in the 7th round by the Minnesota Vikings. Deontay Burton and Carmichael Moore were both signed as rookie free agents. Burton signed with the Atlanta Falcons, and Moore signed with the Los Angeles Chargers. In other news, the K-State men's rugby team qualified for the 7 Collegiate Rugby Nationals. This was the first time they've ever qualified for it, and that game will be later this month in Denver. If you want to see the team in action, you can catch them playing tomorrow night at 4 p.m. in Memorial Stadium. A couple weeks ago, your very own Wildcat, Brianna Lewis, was drafted into the WNBA. We have her inside scoop with what's happening in Dallas and how she's adjusting.
I'm making gradual adjustments. It's been a different challenge every day. So just changing the way I played from college to professional and becoming more physical has been something that I've been adjusting to.
Dead week and rainy weather had no way to stop students' passion to help the community. Last Saturday, the Financial Planning Association of K-State and PowerCat Financial Help held a 3-on-3 basketball tournament to support the Flint Hills Breadbasket at the K-State Rec. It was $21 per team to enter, but the teams could get up to $6 off if they brought 6 cans. 19 teams participated in the tournament and donated $347.31 cans to the breadbasket. Even though most of the participants were males, female participants still showed their basketball skills against their opponents.
I think both of us have been playing with boys for a really long time, so we're completely fine with it. Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I think it's like a great break from studying because of Dead Week and finals coming up really soon. So
that's all we have for sports this semester. I'm going to toss it back to the desk with Alex and Erica.
Thanks, Alexis. Stay tuned for more Channel 8 news after the break.
Drive one to right center field, towards the wall, and it's gone! Off the foot, right to Crandall. His first chance and a throw to first in time. What a coach, what a program.
Give him the dunk. He gets number 200. Now he's going to throw far side. Jordy's got it against to lead 40. Here comes Lockett. Look out. He can move.
He was drilled by Reggie Walker.
On the field, perfect throw. Pringle down the sideline. Touchdown.
We are groundbreaking educators, laser-focused on inspiring students and sparking solutions. We are dedicated professionals, keeping campus safe, accessible, and inviting. We have big responsibilities, entrusted with serving our community and world. We are Kansas State University faculty and staff, and we have many titles, but one vision: always put family first. What turns profession into passion? Selflessness, integrity, you.
Welcome back to Channel 8 News. Now, we're about to the end of the semester. You know, summer's here, and we need to stay safe out there. Tyler, what do you recommend?
Well, since we're in Kansas, and that's a big tornado portion of the United States, I would recommend, I know we're all from Kansas, want to go outside and get the best video, but you need to stay inside. You need to get in the basement. Another thing is, Kansas is hot. You got to stay really warm, or you got to stay warm, and make sure you're drinking lots of water. Apply sunscreen.
And put on probably lots of it, right?
Yes, about approximately every hour you have to reapply it.
Yeah, you don't want to be like me. I've accidentally burned my skin a few times and I was not being safe.
I need to put on some myself.
Another good storm tip, though, is one thing people don't think about is when hailstorms come, you don't want to run outside and protect your property. I mean, you're going to get more injured doing that than a car window being broken or something like that.
And after all, you don't want to get a dent on your head or anything like that, right?
Right, a concussion even.
There you go.
My.
Thank you, Tyler. That's all the time we have for this week, and from all of us here at Channel 8 News, it has been an honor to bring you your weekly news.
We hope that you will continue to tune in as we return in August. Thank you, and for the last time, thank you for tuning in to Channel 8 News.
This is Channel 8 News.